Now everyone, I should be studying for exams right now, but I decided as a quick break, we're going to have a look at some new Thomas items which I found. Yes, that's right, just when you thought there couldn't possibly be any new Thomas items to be found, I found some. And in the most unlikely of place, a supermarket. As you can see, this is Thomas-themed bubblegum. And with the Japanese writing I'll soon explain, you'll see that it's actually clearly not made in Australia. Now you're probably going, bubblegum, how exciting. But these bubblegum wrappers have something far more interesting inside them than you could possibly imagine. So let's find out in this quick and strange little review by TrainzXtreme. Now, as is probably evident from their clearly non-English packing, these did not originate in Australia. And in fact, I'm under the belief that they were made in Japan. However, the label saying where they were made has sort of been stuck over. Oh, no, there we go, product of Japan. Now you're going, where on earth did we buy these? The first choice, of course, would be an Asian supermarket. And that's sort of true. If you see, we have a look at the receipt. Taiki IGA Supermarket. IGA alone is a famous supermarket chain in Australia, standing for Independent Grocers Association. However, in Sydney, there is very clearly a Thai version of this, which sells mostly Asian goods and it has a few aisles dedicated to Western food. And so if we have a look, we can see that the Thomas Train candy costs $1.70 per packet. And you'll soon find out this is really good value. So let's have a look at the packaging. This one's got Diesel 10. Once again, quite cute drawings. And you can see that these are actually licensed products from 2012. Now, I have no idea what the writing means. If anyone can translate it, please do. We scroll over, we see an interesting picture of Diesel 10 and this funny little picture there, which really caught my attention. Now, as you see, we've got a sticker over this one telling us the Australian ingredients. But if I find the one where I've already removed the sticker, we can see not only... Oops, sorry, wrong one. Not only we can see the Chinese, or Japanese, sorry, ingredients, but there's also these instructions. Now, if anyone can translate those, that'd be great too. However, they sort of imply that there's some sort of paper model inside of this. So now it's time to open these up and find out what's going on inside. Okay, as you can see, I've unwrapped the wrapping paper like so, but you can actually pull this tab, which has got one of those special red strip things, but we all know that they never open properly. And inside we can see that we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of gum. Now, what's so special about this gum? Well, if we take off this piece of wrapping paper, leaving the gum intact, we can look at something quite amazing. Look at that. This is a tiny little model of Diesel 10. Sorry, just ordinary Diesel. And we make him by cutting out the wrapper, as per the instructions, which I can't read. Lucky they invented a thing called YouTube, right? And we can actually make these characters. Now, for this kind of scale, there's your Gacha Thomas. And here we can see that it's actually a very much smaller than even a Bluebird engine. So these are really, 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 really tiny models. So now we can open them all up and we can find out which set we've achieved. But firstly, I'll show you the different kinds of sets available. This one here is a sticker of some kind, I think. Ah, nope, there we go. We can see that the instructions show that this is like sort of a thing you put on the end of the track pieces. Yep, that's right. We have tiny little track pieces. This one's been blocked by cows, as you can see. Then we go on to this piece here. Unwrap it. Another track piece. Interesting to note that we've got the one of the Jack and one of his crewmates here. And the final piece looks something very exciting. There we go, the Vickerstown Diesel Works sign. Very cool. So as you can see, the reason I was saying these are good value, why? is because you get a paper playset, as well as this probably very scrumptious gum. Oh yes, looks delicious on the inside. So I'll open these other ones up, show you what we've got. Okay, as you can see, from opening up these other two, it seems that despite the different wrapping, as you can see, one with just Thomas and one with Thomas and Diesel 10 on there, I've actually got two little hero models, two Sodor Search and Rescue Center, which are actually flat, even though the buildings sort of come up sideways. Two Diesel 10 cutouts, which is a little bit disappointing because I would have loved to have a 3D Diesel 10. A coaling station. Two curved point pieces of track near the bakery, I think. And now we've also got some crossover tracks. Now what's interesting to note is that these pieces here, the ones where we just fold up and have these kind of relief pictures, it's sort of like, so Diesel 10 sort of sitting on the underline going, ah ha ha, Diesel 10, ah ha. Yeah, these ones are made of sort of like a shiny kind of plastic, but the other ones are just made of plain old cardboard. So despite this, as you can see, I've got a bit of cutting to do. So these great things are little great little sets, because not only do you get the fun surprise of collecting them for much cheaper than the gacha engines, Percy, I'm looking at you, but they're also a lot more versatile, and you get these little track pieces and all kinds of different locations which you don't get from any of the other sets. Not only that, but you get 5 pieces of this delicious looking gum. I've got quite a bit to eat there while I'm studying, don't I? Anyway, so I'm going to have a go at building these, and I'll finish this review once we've done that. Well, here we have it. After quite a bit of work, my entire now paper Thomas bubblegum collection. Now you can see that there's these Diesel 10 and Flynn models. All they do is they sort of fold back like so, and then you're meant to place them on the track like this, to make them look like they're, you know, on the track ahead, fading away into the distance. Then next we have this Vickerstown Diesel Works sign, which is a very simple sort of triangular shape glued together at the bottom. Got this quarry yard here, refueling yard, maintenance yard. As I already explained, you can see them all set up like this, and you can see that they all sort of line up and join together. We've got the completed version of the Search and Rescue Center, which, as I said, is flat. But nicely, it has a space of Harold, because I know there's a Harold in this series. Now, what's interesting is that all these 3D models of the track have these tabs to fold like so. They've got this one on this side. If we turn around, after cutting it out, you've got this one. But as you can clearly see, they're not the same size. So when they're sitting, they are slightly uneven. However, this problem is actually sort of solved by the fact that when these are wrapped around the candy, they bend so that they're almost the same height anyway, which is really lucky in a sense. I do have to say though, I think that the track system is really cool because you get these little pieces, and in fact I think maybe in this sense there are too many points, but you get these little cool track pieces with different landscapes and you can join them up and make your own little Thomas world. Now onto the locomotive. You've got Hero here finished and folded. A really nice little face and front detailing, really good side and top detailing, and even on the back we've got detailing. Now yeah, these things are a little bit fiddly to build, I must admit, but they are so worth it. Very cool. And they fit right on scale with the track, and because they're so light, they don't push the track down. Chug, 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 chug. Then we come over here to Diesel, who if we compare them is about half, not quite half, 2/3 of the size of Hero. And see, once again, I've got a very nice replication of Diesel's face, if it'll come into focus. Nope, okay. Well, very nice replication of Diesel's face and his sides and top. And even if we lift him up of his back. So these are really, really good replications, even though they're like sort of like boxes on wheels. So overall, what do I think of this new collectible series? Well, to be honest, I think it's one of my favourite collectibles. Why? Because not only are you getting them much cheaper than conventionally, as I said, $1.70 Australian dollars for 5 pieces, but you're also getting a vast array. Not only locomotives, you're getting these diorama things, you're getting locations, and you're getting track. And although it's random, having multiple of anything except the engines isn't really a bad thing. Like, having more track is just more track. And so I think that this is a really cool way of making food actually mean more than just the packaging. And I really commend Lotte, or Lotte, however you want to pronounce it, for making this kind of licensed series. And so I think if you ever see this in an Asian supermarket, or even a non-Asian supermarket, go buy as much as you possibly can, because they're really good and I recommend them extremely highly. And that's all we've got time for from TrainzXtreme.